Hello everyone, welcome to the session. And this is the first session on decision making that I'm making on the previous year questions practice. We had done one session before this. You can check out that session. I will mention the link of the session on the I button and also on the description of this video. So you can watch the principles of like approaching decision making questions. What all things you need to do when you are solving decision making questions, what all things you need to keep in mind. Just to recap again, I have mentioned those points here because whenever you are deciding what is the wrong decision and what is the right decision, what to do, what not to do, as this like picture represents. So these all factors that I have listed down, you should keep in mind. Okay, first thing is taking all stakeholders into action. Consider everyone who is involved in the decision making process. Think about everyone, and your decision should be positive and constructive. लॉन्ग टर्म होना चाहिए डिसीजन, इट शुडंट बी मायोपिक एंड शॉर्ट साइटेड. लॉन्ग टर्म के बारे में सोचो, कंपनी आगे कैसे जाएगा, बिकॉज मोस्टली द क्वेश्चंस विल बी कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, बिजनेस में कॉन्टेक्चुअल रहेगा क्वेश्चंस. बायसनेस रहना नहीं चाहिए एंड नो एक्सट्रीम एक्शंस while you are making any decision. And sometimes we get options which are like a little out of context. तो जब वो क्वेश्चन का जो फ्रेमवर्क होता है उसमें इट इज नॉट समटाइम्स इनफ like to gather like data, what should we do, what should we not do, or how do I eliminate this, because that one para or two para is not enough to write everything. Okay, so the exam expects us to approach the question in a particular kind of a way, and these all things that I've mentioned here will definitely help you like get a very good accuracy. 99-100% of the times you will get the questions correct if you follow this. So using this pattern, I'll try and solve XAT 2022, previous year XAT 2022 जो paper है उसका actual decision making questions will solve using this framework. So this video will be done in two parts. So this is the first part, and the second part will take the rest of the questions. Okay, so let us get started. First question. Okay, first question. Let's take a look at the first question and let us read it, because reading is very important because we have to understand the context. So A to Z is a state-funded leading engineering college in the country, renowned for its teaching and placements. Now A to Z aspires to be a global leader in research. Now, this college therefore has decided to push for better quality research from its newly recruited faculty members. In the past, a few faculty members were confirmed because of their exceptional teaching feedback, even though their research output was below par. Currently, the Dean, in consultation with the Academic Council, has included the quality of research as a mandatory requirement. जो current Dean है, the Dean has included the quality of research as a mandatory requirement, compulsory है, along with teaching excellence for confirmation. तो ये confirmation है क्या? Now, the Academic Council comprises of senior faculty members from different departments. Initially, when a faculty is recruited, they are put on probation for 3 years. Now either they are confirmed on their probation or is extended, or their services are terminated. तो बेसिकली बोल रहा है कि जब कोई नया रिक्रूट आता है, कोई फैकल्टी इज न्यूली रिक्रूटेड, तो फर्स्ट 3 years प्रोबेशन रहता है, एंड आफ्टर प्रोबेशन बेस्ड ऑन देयर परफॉर्मेंस एंड डिफरेंट पैरामीटर्स, सो इधर उनका जो कंफर्मेशन हो जाता है, दैट मीन्स दे आर नाउ अ परमानेंट फैकल्टी, or their probation is extended a little bit with the hope that they will perform better. और जो लोग पूरा मतलब परफॉर्मेंस उनका अट पार हो नहीं पाया एंड दे डिडंट लाइक मेक अ गुड इंप्रेशन, तो उनको टर्मिनेट किया जाता है. दीज आर द थ्री थिंग्स. ओके, सो जो कन्फर्मेशन का मतलब आफ्टर 3 years ऑफ प्रोबेशन दे हैव लाइक दे आर बीइंग कन्फर्म्ड एज परमानेंट फैकल्टी. एंड पैरामीटर क्या है? टू पैरामीटर्स. फर्स्ट पैरामीटर इज टीचिंग एंड द सेकेंड पैरामीटर इज रिसर्च में कितना कॉन्ट्रीब्यूट किए, रिसर्च कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन. ओके, सो दीज आर द टू पैरामीटर्स. Now, once confirmed, their job is secure along with other additional prerequisites. Okay. Now, Aparna joined the Social Sciences Department of A to Z 2 years back. Now, she is among the main faculty members recruited after the new norms. New norm क्या है? Research वाला जो parameter है, for confirmation were introduced. Now, she completed her doctorate from a very reputed university in the United States with a significant research contribution. तो उसका background let us try and understand. However, after joining, Aparna got deeply involved in social outreach as COVID-19 was spreading. Now, though her social outreach has given her immense satisfaction, she has nothing to show against her research contributions. तो उसका research इतना अच्छा वो कर नहीं पाई. Although जो social outreach she is trying to do, she has done well immensely, and it has given her very like satisfaction, unka work satisfaction uska bahut usko mila, but she has not done well on the research part. Now further it has impacted her teaching effectiveness also. Now it affected her teaching also, not just the research. Teaching effectiveness has also like got affected. Now her confirmation is due in a year. So this is what the context is. So every time जब भी क्वेश्चन आता है, it gives you a context first before asking you the question. So very important, very minutely and very in a very systematic way you should read what the context of the question is, because उसी के basis पे ही आंसर करेंगे. We don't know anything other than what has been mentioned here. Who is Aparna and all, and ये जो डीन है उसका कैरेक्टर क्या है, what is his personality, what is the like past and all, recent क्या चल रहा है, nothing, we don't know about anything, just whatever is mentioned, using that we'll answer the question. So that is why it's very important, and it's extremely crucial to read every minute detail, okay, because that will help us eliminate the options quickly. So let's take a look at the first question here. Now the dean, during the annual appraisal of Aparna, realizes that her research contribution needs considerable investment of time and efforts. Now he is concerned that her performance could set a wrong precedent, wrong example for the new faculty recruits. The dean wants to communicate to the new faculty recruits that research contribution is critical. तो ये जो डीन like has introduced this method, he wants that college का already तो अच्छा नाम है, research पे भी अच्छा नाम हो. That is why the dean is making this research parameter very like important. But during the appraisal of Aparna, he has seen that okay, she needs significant amount of effort to like improve the research part, and if she doesn't, it will set a wrong example for other members. जो अदर फैकल्टी रिक्रूट्स हैं, दे माइट ऑल्सो टेक दिस इनिशिएटिव लाइटली, एंड वो भी ज़्यादा रिसर्च को सीरियसली नहीं लेंगे. तो दैट इज वाई इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम द डीन्स पर्सपेक्टिव. ओके, तो डीन के एंगल से सोचेंगे तो इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग टू एड्रेस. So he wants to communicate this message to the new faculty recruits. So what should he do? So which of the following actions will best help the dean in achieving the objective? What is the objective? That Aparna should get serious in her research part, because whatever she is doing, that is very good. Okay, that is definitely praiseworthy, because COVID-19 situation was a special situation, but she is recruited as a faculty. तो dean कैसे सोचेगा, ठीक है, what she is doing is good, but I should also mention that research and teaching effectiveness is also important for the reputation of this institute. So which of the following options are the best? I hope all of you understood the context here. You can pause the video and then think what can be the answer. Let me explain each option one by one. Okay, so looking at the first option, if you look at the first option, it is saying appreciate Aparna's social outreach, but advise her to focus on research and teaching contributions as they are essential for confirmation. The like confirmation is due in 1 year. तो अभी उसका अप्रेजल के टाइम पे he is discussing this with Aparna. So what should he do best? क्या होता? So first option, चलो ठीक है, maybe this is a good option. Extend Aparna's probation period by an additional year while reminding her about research and teaching contributions needed for confirmation. Okay, so I don't think B right now will be necessary. Why not? Because she has still wanted to go for, to be confirmed. तो अभी से क्यों प्रोबेशन एक्सटेंड करेंगे? जब प्रोबेशन खत्म होगा तभी तो प्रोबेशन एक्सटेंशन के बारे में सोचेंगे. Suggest Aparna to start looking for a new job in the time available to her. This is not being constructive. As I said, constructive, positive होना चाहिए. She is a good asset to the institute. So he shouldn't let her go like that कि तुमने research नहीं किया तो look for other jobs. I'll be of no help. No. So he should do something constructive that उसका काम भी हो, yet Aparna जो काम कर रहे वो भी continuous. He should try and advise. Think from the dean's perspective. Exhort Aparna to suspend her social outreach. मतलब force her to उस पर थोड़ा प्रेशराइज करो that social activities को she has to suspend or stop till the end of the probation and focus on research and teaching instead. Now this will be a little too extreme because she is not doing out of fun. It's a special situation, so it demands that she should do this. So because of the situation she is doing this, so she cannot wait कि मैं एक बार COVID का I don't know, but मेरा एक बार confirmation हो जाए, then I'll work on the COVID thing. So that will be a little weird and not logical. So even if he is advising this to Aparna, so that will be a little extreme to completely suspend all the activities till she has been confirmed. Increase her teaching and research requirements while extending her probation period by 2 years. This will be a little biased. Why any special treatment? एक साल तो है, तो this at this juncture, okay, looks like best. Like if I were the dean or you were the dean, तो तुम कैसे address करते? If you want your employee or a faculty of yours to understand, तो कैसे करोगे? तो first you will invite for a meeting, बैठ के समझाओगे, I really appreciate and I really applaud what you're doing in your social outreach program for the COVID patients, but the college has some rules and there is a criteria for you to get confirmed. You are a very good asset for our college, and I want personally that you should get the confirmation. So maybe you can please continue what you're doing because it's great work, but do focus on the research side. वहाँ पे थोड़ा और time and energy थोड़ा invest करो. I understand it must be difficult, but it has to be done. You should try and advise in that kind of a way. So that is the option. It clearly looks the best option. समझ रहे हो? So that framework that I gave in the beginning, if you keep that in mind, you will obviously find the answers very easily. Okay, and the minute detail, because sometimes in this question maybe people will get confused between A and B. Okay, but you have to keep those things in mind. Let's take a look at this one. Now 1 year on, Aparna continues with her social work. Gradually she gets closer to the end of her probation and she has not much to show against her teaching and research contributions. So end हो गया उसका and she has not done any significant progress. However, her social work has been widely appreciated by the local media. The Chief Minister of the state wants Aparna to take a larger role. Chief Minister तक बात पहुंच गया in the social outreach and to assist the government. Now the dean is afraid that not confirming Aparna might prompt her to leave the institution. So he doesn't definitely want Aparna to leave the institution, which would send a wrong signal to the outside world that someone who is helping doing some social activities we are removing just because research and all is thoda compromise. However, he also wants to send a message to the newly joined faculty members that teaching and research contributions are essentially for confirmation are essential. समझ रहे हो उसका डिलेमा क्या है? मतलब he really appreciates what Aparna is doing and he wants to help her, and he also knows that Aparna has the potential to get the confirmation because she has done exceedingly well during her PhD days and research में बहुत अच्छा नाम है उसका. But because she is engaged in the social outreach at this juncture, so she is not able to pay attention. But if he does any kind of extra if he gives her any extra support, it might look biased and maybe other faculty members can enjoy that liberty that okay, if that exception can be made for one person, it can be made again. So they might not take the norms very seriously. So that is the dilemma. So which of the following actions by the dean is the most sustainable given the circumstances? So again, you can pause for a while and see इसमें क्या हो सकता है. But let me discuss. Confirm Aparna, but freeze her increments and promotions until her research contributions are as per the expected standards. Now this is a little out of context because nowhere it is mentioned about promotions and increments, and what's the logic of confirming and freezing her increments and promotions? It's not striking any balance here. Offer to create a non-teaching position of outreach officer for Aparna but terminate her from teaching position. Again, a little too extreme and completely out of scope. Offer Aparna a 5-year contractual position after which she has to leave irrespective of her contributions. Again, what's the point of doing this if 5 year mein she has done good contribution on the research side of things? So why will she be terminated irrespective of her contributions? This is again not making sense. Extend Aparna's probation by 3 years because there is a scope to extend. So you have to work within the law and tell her that she would have to leave if her research and teaching do not improve in that period. Now this sounds okay. कि चलो ठीक है, I understand you were busy in this, but there is a scope to extend your probation and I believe in your potential. So definitely I'll extend the probation for you. But please understand that I cannot after 3 years. So in these 3 years, please try and focus on the research part and try and comply to the norms that are necessary to get the confirmation. So this sounds quite balanced. And ये थोड़ा biased हो जाएगा. Declare that Aparna's extraordinary achievement deserves to be treated exceptionally and confirm her. तो ये थोड़ा out of balance हो जाएगा, तो I can ignore this. So D is the correct answer in this case. Hope it makes sense and you're getting an idea how to approach such questions. A few months later, a few months later, Aparna, during an interview with the local media, inadvertently expresses her fear. Matlab, not knowingly or not willingly, expresses a fear that she might be let go of the college because she has not met its teaching and research requirements. Consequently, the academic council urges the dean to review the faculty confirmation policy. The dean, however, believes that any change in the policy will be a setback to the institute's aspirations of becoming a global leader in research. ओके सो डीन सोच रहा है कि अभी तो काउंसिल भी मेरे को रेकमेंड कर रहा है टू चेंज द पॉलिसी बट द डीन हैज अ विजन तो उसको लेके द डीन ब्रॉट इन दिस लाइक रिसर्च पॉलिसी so he is quite like strong in his belief that okay this will make the college or the institution become a global leader in research. So which of the following actions by the dean will be the most appropriate given the circumstances? Convey to Aparna that the institute is eager to retain her, however emphasized that she should focus on the research to get confirmed. तो कन्वे का मतलब क्या हुआ? अपना का जो डर है तो उसको वो थोड़ा पैसिफाई किया that please don't be afraid, the institute really wants to keep you but you will have to comply to the norms. Okay, it's not like we are considering to let you go. We want you to like be there and we want to confirm you, but you will also have to comply from your end. So that is like a positive to do. So this may be our answer. Tell Aparna that she is being let go for insulting the college on a public platform. She didn't insult, and this is a little too extreme. As I said, your decision should always be constructive. Okay, give an interview to a local newspaper, again completely out of context and doesn't make sense. एंड दिस इज लाइक बैड माउथिंग तो लोकल न्यूज़पेपर में जाके उसके बारे में बोलना दैट शी इज लैकिंग इन हर एबिलिटीज एंड रिसर्च नहीं कर रही है, टीचिंग फीडबैक अच्छा नहीं है. व्हाट्स द पॉइंट ऑफ डूइंग ऑल दैट? शी नोज दैट शी हैज द एबिलिटी बट शी इज एंगेज्ड समवेयर एल्स. Confirm Aparna but ask her to issue a public statement acknowledging that importance of A to Z gives to research contributions. Again, this is being a little selfish. वो अपने बारे में सोच रहा है. He is ready to violate the laws and confirm her, but he also wants कि वो research and all methodology को बोले बाहर जाके कि वो अच्छा है, so that उसको credit मिले. तो थोड़ा ये balance नहीं लग रहा है. Confirm Aparna but make it clear that her future promotions will be tied. Again, the word promotion आ गया तो फिर out of scope. So A seems to be the right option. Fair, unbiased, and positive. Okay. This is how the questions are, and this is how you should approach. Think like a leader. Put yourself in the situation. Enjoy solving these questions. Okay, you will definitely find these questions very exciting. And because once you do your MBA and join a job, every day is going to be a decision-making challenge for you. Okay, so you should put in these values in your mind and try and think about everyone when you are making a decision. जैसे यहाँ पे डीन के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सोचे तो Dean has to think about Aparna, Dean has to think about the policies, Dean has to think about other new faculties, Dean has to think about the reputation of the college, the council and everyone, public emotion and sentiment. उसको लेके ही उसको decision लेना है. Correct? Alright. Let us see this one. Now, Dilip Dosan sells dosas in front of an upscale hospital at a city in Punjab. He only sells two varieties of dosas, plain for 25, masala dosa for 40. His dosa stall is popular amongst the hospital staff members, who mostly hail from South India and form his core clientele. Now, they frequent his stall during office hours as they find his dosas to be reasonably priced. Now, though the hospital staff members can visit the upscale food court on the top floor, they prefer तो टॉप फ्लोर में जा सकते हैं फूड स्टॉल में, बट दे प्रेफर उसका स्टॉल में जाके ब्रेकफास्ट, लंच एंड इवन ऑकेजनल इवनिंग स्नैक्स. तो तीन तीन बार जा रहे हैं. Now his daily sale volume varies between 300 to 400 dosas, number wise approx 300. लोअर साइड में अगर देखते हैं, and in which the demand for masala dosas is around 50 to 60%. Okay, तो यहाँ पे अगर तुम देखोगे मसाला डोसा 50 to 60%, तो क्लोज टू हाफ हाफ ही हो रहा है. मसाला डोसा थोड़ा हायर साइड में एंड दिस प्लेन डोसा थोड़ा लोअर साइड में. ठीक है, दिस इज मोर और लेस इज रेवेन्यू मॉडल. So one day Dilip, while walking through the hospital food court, sees a vacant spot. He wonders if he can shift his stall to that spot. इतना तक जब पढ़ लिया, put yourself in this place, in this person's place, put yourself. and visualize तुम्हारा business कैसा चल रहा है, क्यों चल रहा है, understand your clientele. Don't just only focus on the numbers, understand your clientele and then let us think. अभी क्वेश्चन क्या आंसर देना है, पूछ क्या रहा है क्वेश्चन, हाउ डू वी आंसर, विच इज द फॉलोइंग इन्फॉर्मेशन. अच्छा, वो क्या वॉन्डर कर रहा है, ही वॉन्डर्स इफ ही कैन शिफ्ट हिज स्टॉल टू दैट. दिस इज व्हाट इज थिंकिंग, नॉट ही हैज डिसाइडेड, ही इज थिंकिंग. विच इज द फॉलोइंग इन्फॉर्मेशन विल डिसवेड, नेगेटिवली परसुएड और डिस्करेज. डिसवेड हिम द मोस्ट, दैट मीन्स उसको कम एनकरेज करेगा या कन्विंस कर देगा नहीं 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 ये गलत है, फ्रॉम शिफ्टिंग हिज फूड कोर्ट, शिफ्टिंग टू द फूड कोर्ट. तो कौन सा ऑप्शन विल डिस्करेज हिम द मोस्ट, डिसवेड, नेगेटिवली परसुएड, ओके, और परसुएड नॉट टू डू. तो देखते हैं क्या इसका आंसर आएगा. ऑन एनक्वायरी ही लर्न दैट द चीपेस्ट डिश इन द फूड कोर्ट, चीपेस्ट डिश जो है इन द फूड कोर्ट इज प्राइस एट ₹200. सबसे सस्ता डिश है 200 एंड उसका डिश का प्राइस देखो 25 रुपए एंड 40 रुपए. दिस एक्सप्लेन्स अ ग्रेट रीजन वाई पीपल हैव बीन कमिंग टू हिज स्टॉल थ्राइस. जो चालाक बिजनेसमैन होगा यहीं से समझ जाएगा यार फूड कोर्ट में तो मिनिमम 200 रुपए है, but I am offering 25-40 and that's the reason they are willing to walk across the road and come to my place 3 times, but they are not going to the top floor. Maybe this is a good reason. देखते हैं और क्या है. The food court has no other stall selling dosas, but that doesn't necessarily should encourage him. Okay, ये उसको क्यों डिस्करेज करेगा, ये उल्टा एनकरेज करेगा. बहुत ज्यादा ना करे फिर भी तो एनकरेज करेगा ना, डिस्करेज नहीं कर रहा है. यार और कोई डोसा नहीं बेच रहा है तो मैं खोलूंगा तो चलेगा डोसा में, तो इट्स नॉट डिस्करेजिंग, तो आई कैन रिजेक्ट दिस. आई हैव टू लुक फॉर द ऑप्शन विच विल डिस्करेज. फूड कोर्ट क्लोजेस बाय 10:30 PM, दो हिज करंट स्टॉल इज ओपन टिल मिडनाइट. मे बी ये भी हो सकता है, बट ऐसा नहीं कि मिडनाइट. यहाँ पे देखो क्लियरली लिखा है ब्रेकफास्ट, लंच एंड इवनिंग स्नैक्स. तो मिडनाइट का क्या लेना देना, मोस्टली जो आते हैं इसी टाइम पे आते हैं. So again I can ignore this. All the restaurants in the food court except the fast food stalls sell North Indian meal during lunch time. Again this has no relation. वो North Indian sell करते हैं तो उससे क्या मतलब है, he is going to add variety. तो ये encourage कर रहा है in indirect way. The food court sees a daily footfall about 5,000 people. This is again encouraging. Discourage तो नहीं कर रहा है, discourage ये कर रहा है. That if I go here, I may not be able to adjust to the price point first and I'll lose out on my clientele, because if I price as the others are pricing, so I'll lose on them. And if I'll price the way I am pricing, I may not be able to afford the stall. That's the reason they have been pricing so high. Maybe उनका rent वहाँ पे ज़्यादा होगा and all maintenance and all staff cost and all यहाँ पे वो कम में manage कर पा रहा है, profit सीधा सीधा रख रहा है. वहाँ पे जाओ billing वगैरह ये सब हो जाएगा. Maybe that is why the cost is high. So that should discourage them. Isn't it quite practical situations these are? Let us see the next one. जो लोग रिकॉर्डिंग देखोगे तो प्लीज पॉज द वीडियो, सॉल्व इट योरसेल्फ फर्स्ट, एक बार खुद सोच लो एंड देन लिसन टू द एक्सप्लेनेशन. नाउ ही शिफ्ट्स हिज स्टॉल टू द हॉस्पिटल फूड कोर्ट. तो शिफ्ट कर लिया. ही प्राइसेस इज प्लेन डोसा एट 40. तो प्लेन डोसा 25 था, 25 से उसको 40 कर लिया एंड मसाला डोसा जो 45 था उसको 60 कर लिया. तो 15-15 रुपए बढ़ा लिया वो. However, 2 months on, he is serving only about 150 dosas per day. कम हो गया देखो, 300 से 400 से, from 300 the number of dosas has come down to around 150. The clientele is mostly the same hospital staff members who had been his customers before. तो वैसे देखेगा तो उसका भी लॉस हुआ. हॉस्पिटल में आ तो गया, क्लाइंटल सेम ही है, rather it has reduced and no significant new clients or new people have come and tried. उतना कुछ ज्यादा नहीं हुआ है, more or less it's the same clients. तो वहां पे जो हो रहा था यहाँ पे तो वही हो रहा है, मे बी वहां पे बेटर हो रहा था. तो what advantage did I get by coming here? तो अब उसको क्या करना चाहिए? Which of the following best describes? Okay, which of the following actions will best help Dilip in increasing his sales? क्या करना चाहिए उसको? Add more varieties of dosas at higher price points and reduce plain and masala dosa price to 25 and 40 respectively. Okay. Introduce a South Indian meal exclusively for the hospital staff members at a discounted rate of 40 per plate. Okay. तो हॉस्पिटल में बाकी लोग भी आ रहे होंगे एंड साउथ इंडियन मील लाना मे बी इट्स अ राइट मूव हो सकता है, बट वी डोंट हैव इनफ इन्फॉर्मेशन टू कंसिडर दिस, बट स्टिल रिजेक्ट नहीं कर रखते हैं. Introduce a North Indian meal and give a discount of 20% to the hospital staff member. Now this is completely going out of your strength area. Your strength area is making South Indian meal. People recognize you for that. Your clientele has been predominantly because of that, and you're leaving that and you're now making a North Indian meal. So it doesn't make any sense. This would have made sense अगर उसका business अभी अच्छा चल रहा है and he still wants to grow more. Then it would have made sense. Increase prices of all food items by 50% and introduce a new Szechuan dosa at 200 a plate. Again, this is not understanding your customers. Your customers are people who want to come to your place thrice, eat at an affordable rate, not 200 per place, the per plate. तो और भी 50% प्राइस बढ़ा के 200 रुपए का नया डोसा लाना is not being able to relate to what your customers want. So definitely not the right move. Reduce price by 20% for a hospital staff and increase the price by 50% for others. Differential pricing is very risky and you cannot do this. You cannot do this. You should not do this because people might start complaining. उनको इतना प्राइस क्यों, इसको इतना प्राइस क्यों, बाहर ही जाके खा लेते हैं, यहाँ पे तो हमको कोई डिस्काउंट है नहीं. तो why get into that kind of a controversial thing? And out of A and B, A seems to be more appropriate because what you can do is because हम फूड कोर्ट में हैं, तो जो लोग यूजुअली फूड कोर्ट आते हैं दे डोंट माइंड पेइंग हायर प्राइसेस, तो उनके लिए एक हायर वैरायटी डोसा रखते हैं. बट जो मेरे अपने क्लाइंट्स हैं, अपना क्लाइंट है जो प्लेन डोसा मसाला डोसा ही खाते हैं, शेजवान डोसा, ये पनीर डोसा, वो डोसा, उनको उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. तो वो मैं मेंटेन करता हूँ, वही 25-40 में देता हूँ, सो दैट आई विल मेंटेन माई क्लाइंट्स बट आई हैव अदर वैरायटीज फॉर न्यू क्लाइंट्स जो वैसे भी मेरे शॉप को जा नहीं रहे थे, बट बिकॉज नाउ आई एम हियर दे माइट कम टू ट्राई एंड दे डोंट माइंड पेइंग 200. तो उनके लिए मैं अलग वैरायटी डोसा रखता हूँ, बट जो मेरा प्लेन मसाला डोसा है उसका प्राइस मैं 25 एंड 15 रखूंगा एज इट वाज बिफोर. 25-45 जो भी था प्राइस. तो दिस सीम्स टू बी मोर अप्रोप्रिएट. समझ रहे हो? इफ यू पुट योर सेल्फ इन द सिचुएशन, थिंक लाइक द बिजनेस मैन, then you'll find it extremely convenient and use the framework that have like given in the first slide. वो use करना है, that is very important. ये जो 5 points है, this will help you arrive at your answers quickly. Also eliminate the options very like systematic way में, and you will get your like answers correct all the time because getting it correct matters. Okay, try and think examiner क्या expect कर रहा है because वो भी मैटर करता है. मैं क्या सोच रहा हूँ, हम हो सकता है A is correct, B is not correct, B is correct, C is not correct. पर्सनल लेवल में वो वैरी कर सकता है, बट दैट डजंट मीन एक्चुअली में तुम ये कर सकते हो, वो नहीं कर सकते हो. डिपेंड्स ऑन द सिचुएशन एंड लॉट ऑफ अदर थिंग्स, बट दैट कैन नॉट बी मेंशन इन द क्वेश्चन. तो while solving questions we need to also understand if this question the answer is A, what does the examiner want me to understand from here, how does the examiner want me to think. तो वो सोचना चाहिए. ठीक है. Now let's take a look at this. On the first anniversary of his stall at the food court, Dilip reviews his customer base. अभी फिर से customer base वो review किया and almost all of his customers are hospital staff members. तो बाहर के इतने कोई लोग आ नहीं रहे. And though he wishes to serve the general visitors at the hospital, they avoid his stall. उसका मन है उनको सर्व करने के लिए, but they somehow they avoid his stall and they don't come. We don't know what the reason is, but on inquiring, he discovers that visitors generally avoid his stall because it is majorly frequented by the hospital staff members, giving it a feel of a staff canteen. Now, this is something. तो बाकी जो बाहर के विजिटर्स हैं, जो गेस्ट्स में भी कोई अटेंड करने के लिए आए होंगे पेशेंट को, जब वो जाते हैं फूड कोर्ट में, वो देखते हैं इसका स्टॉल में हमेशा हॉस्पिटल स्टाफ उनका यूनिफॉर्म पहनते रहते हैं, तो वहां से उन्हें पता लगता है हॉस्पिटल स्टाफ है. तो दे थिंक ऑफ दिस एज समथिंग एज अ स्टाफ कैंटीन. उनके माइंड में वो बेस बन गया. दे आर सम हाउ लाइक अ स्टाफ कैंटीन, सो दैट इज वाई दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू हिज प्लेस. So this is what he came to know. Now he realizes that his best efforts have not given him any extra sales and the visitors can potentially increase his revenue by a considerable amount. So now he has to maintain his existing clientele also, but do something to attract new visitors. Which of the following options can best help Dilip in discouraging hospital staff members from visiting his stall while increasing his overall revenue? So this is a very tricky situation to be in. Now provide a discount to those hospital staff members who order on phone and deliver food in the staff room. Interesting. Appeal to the hospital management to give a space in the staff room where an exclusive dosa counter can be set up by Dilip. Now थोड़ा ये ज्यादा हो गया. हॉस्पिटल विल नॉट वांट बीच में तो एक तो फूड काउंटर है, तो फिर से वो क्यों ओपन करेंगे, एंड करेंगे भी तो एक्स्ट्रा रेंट एंड चार्ज दे माइट लाइक आस्क दिलीप टू पे एक्स्ट्रा रेंट, तो वहाँ पे नहीं जाते. इंट्रोड्यूस अ मैसिव डिस्काउंट ऑन द प्राइस फॉर द नेक्स्ट 2 months to increase the footfall. Again, they will not come understand what the problem is. तुम जितना डिस्काउंट दो वो नहीं आएंगे, क्योंकि वो they will not even consider it as an option. Charge the hospital staff members a premium to offset the losses due to their presence. This is not the way, because तुम उन्हें चार्ज करोगे तो you will also lose them, जो कि तुम्हारा रेवेन्यू दे रहे हैं. So that is dangerous. Request the hospital management to prohibit hospital staff from entering the. This is again totally not making sense. तो ऑप्शन है, क्लियरली दिस इज एन इनोवेटिव सोल्यूशन दैट क्यों बार बार आ रहे हैं आप लोग, आप काम करो, आई विल डिलीवर द फूड टू योर स्टाफ रूम, तो आपको बार बार आना नहीं पड़ेगा, एंड लेट द विजिटर्स एंजॉय द फूड कोर्ट. So that is quite clever also, isn't it? All right, let us see the next one. Future Leaders is one of the most prestigious private schools in a small town next to an industrial hub. Most of its students come from affluent families, rich, very capable families, but there are some who belong to middle income and lower middle income families as well. But ज़्यादातर बड़े families से आता है. The school charges an annual fee of rupees 2 lakhs inclusive of all charges, payable at the beginning of the academic year. Roughly 20% of the fees collected goes into paying the salaries of the teachers. So 20% salary and all, 30% to upkeep the school to maintenance में, and roughly 20% miscellaneous expenses में. 20, 30, 50, 20, 70 और 30% रहा. तो miscellaneous expenses जैसे running day to day businesses, supply, cleaning, etc. The remaining goes into an exigency corpus. और कितना रहेगा? 30% वो corpus, kind of a savings और trust जो भी जैसे वहाँ पे गया. This year, like the rest of the country, the town has been hit by the coronavirus pandemic. The classes have been shifted online. The local authorities have mandated that all schools have to reduce their fees by 20%. तो जो 2 लाख था 20% इस पर रिड्यूस किए, 1.6 lakhs हो जाएगा. Further, parents should be given extended time to pay the fees if they are in financial distress. 6 months into the academic year, only 40% of the parents have paid even the reduced annual fees. Think about this now. Okay, this is something which happened actually जब कोरोना वायरस पीक में था. So this is something which has actually happened. Let us see इसको लेके कैसे question frame करते हैं. I hope all of you understood the situation here. Now Ajay Biswas, okay, the rector of the school, is alarmed by the shortfall in fee payments and wants to find the best solution to manage the situation. Okay, तो उसको क्या करना चाहिए? It does not want to trouble parents who might be genuinely in financial distress, but feels that there may be a possibility that many parents are taking advantage of the situation. Which of the following actions by the school will best make financially capable parents pay the fees? So this person realizes that okay, there might be parents who genuinely are in financial problem, but there are people जो कि majority of our school उनके parents are affluent, so they should be capable of paying the fees and वो भी reduced fees. तो why not? तो क्या करना चाहिए? Say through local newspapers that the school is facing financial crunch and may have to close down if parents. This is too extreme. Call parents every 3 days requesting. So this is harassing. Again, extreme action. Give a 10% bonus mark to all those. Again, completely out of the way. Offer 10%, 5% discounts to parents paying the fees within the next 1 week and 2 weeks respectively. Again, doesn't make sense. Ask parents to submit a proof of financial distress within 2 weeks, failing which can bar their wards from attending classes. Now, this is quite like genuine कि जिन लोगों का proper problem है, income में salary reduction हो गया या loss of job हुआ, you can show your income जो reduction का proof, and then we will do something about that. But if you fail to do so, that clearly shows that you are taking advantage of the situation. आप दे सकते हो but आप नहीं दे रहे हो. So that is being balanced. ऐसा नहीं कि they are forcing anyone to do. They are forcing. अगर ठीक है मेरा financial problem है, क्यों हो रहा होगा? Maybe I am out of my business. Yeah, maybe my job has like reduced my salary or I lost my job. So that can be proven easily. Termination letter हो या bank statement and all that can be provided, which actually the banks did. तो वैसे कुछ कर सकते हैं. So this is quite the right way to go forward. Okay. Let's take a look at this one. the board of trustees of the school is concerned, okay, about the current financial situation and has called Biswas for a meeting. The trustees have thought of the following actions as listed below to improve the low finances immediately. पहला क्या है? Appeal to the local industrialist to donate to the school. Withhold 20% of teacher's salary till the situation improves. Ask parents to pay up within a week or to show a proof of financial distress. Stop online classes for a week to signal the desperate financial crunch. ये थोड़ा लेट आना चाहिए, ओके, मतलब बाद में आना चाहिए. This shouldn't be something you should do immediately. Start an extra section in every class and offer admission to whoever is willing to pay the fees. तो ये तो लास्ट थिंग है, मतलब नॉट डिजायरेबल. और ठीक है, इसको लास्ट में रखते हैं. तो टी कहाँ पे लास्ट में है वो पहले देखते हैं. जो फर्स्ट में है वो तो रिजेक्ट, ओके. एंड जो तुम्हारा पी है, appeal to the local industrialist to donate the school, तो first the problem should be solved from within. So that is why this should be the first one, कि अपना पहले हम सॉर्ट कर लेते हैं. टीचर्स के साथ कोलैबोरेट करके थोड़ा 20% सैलरी कट नहीं हो रहा है, विथ होल्ड तो थोड़ा रख लेते, सो दैट अपने पास थोड़ा फंड्स रहेगा. तो नाउ इट विल बी कन्विंसिंग टू अदर्स कि हम अपना टीचर्स का भी सैलरी कट करें. तो प्लीज आप समझो, एंड इफ यू कैन पे प्लीज पे अप. तो वी शुड स्टार्ट आवर आंसर विथ क्यू एंड देन जस्ट फॉलो दिस. क्यू के बाद आर. Makes sense. Ask parents to pay up within a week. This is the next step to do. And then go for S. Stop online classes for a week. And then maybe go for this. कि क्लास भी देखो बंद हो गया, आप थोड़ा डोनेट करो, तो वी नीड फंड्स एंड ऑल. लास्ट को टी. नॉट वेरी डिफिकल्ट चॉइस टू मेक हियर. समझ रहे हो? So you'll have to put yourself in the situation. Maintain a framework. Now a lot of people can debate on this. नहीं ये पहले करना चाहिए, वो पहले करना चाहिए. Let us not get into that. Okay, बहुत कुछ बहुत अलग तरीके से हो सकता है. Maybe every decision is right in its own way. But हमें एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से सोचना चाहिए कि what is the purpose of giving this question? How does the examiner want us to think? In what framework do they want us to think? तो वो एक बार समझ गए, we'll always get our answers correct. Okay. Hope all of you understood these questions and got an idea how to approach them. So basically I took 3 sets and uske kuch questions थे हमने किए. So that is the end of part 1 of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you are new to my channel and you are watching this, do subscribe to the Aptitude Club channel and like the video, share it with your friends, and we'll continue with the remaining questions in part 2. You'll find the video very soon. And till then, keep solving, keep studying, and bye bye. Thank you.